I don't know if anybody can see me yet. Oh, you're live. Okay. There's no intro right now, and I'm going through the YouTube studios for a reason. Um, Usually we have Scott bringing us on in, but I didn't do that as I am trying to see if I can make this work. um, so I hope I can be seen. Sandy, I don't know if you can let me know whether I'm seen. I know I hear myself. Um, I disconnected from StreamYard. I'm trying to see if I can be heard or seen. One of the two things will happen, right? Oh, okay. Well, I see myself. So we got that. Um, but I'm trying to see if I can do this. And I thought I'm going to see because I've talked to a couple people about gifting memberships and so forth. And I kind of got the thing that, well, you can, um, and I had to wait till Reese got off and so forth. You can, there's a way to do it, but somebody in oh, what was it? I can't think. Somebody in Tuber Chat, they said yes, you can do. See, it's not here. You can do it, but you have to have a super or a chat. Not a chat. You have to have a membership of $4.99, was it? I think that's what it was. No, yeah, $4.99 or more to get it. And I'm like, well, I'll see if that's going to be the ticket. Some people said, oh, man, I don't know what that meant. I have no idea, guys, what I'm doing. So we're going to do this mess. It's going to take me to YouTube Studio. So I don't know. That's going to take me to settings. We're kind of doing this for a moment because I'm trying to see if I that's not going to do it. Okay, so that didn't do it. And I thought, well, we're going to give it a whirl. So I said, just hit here and it should work. Because they allow you, hi DJ, they allow you as a content creator to be able to give 10 memberships out a month. And you don't get any revenue off of it, which is fine. I just want to give back. And I'm like, it should be really easy, right? And yeah, you just press this button and it's like, it's not happening. And what that does. So I'm so used to StreamYard, it's not even funny. Guys. So I thought, well, I'll disconnect totally from StreamYard and go right through YouTube and see if that by chance does anything to give me the ability to do this. And there is nothing here. So I don't understand it. Hi, Michael's Adventures. I don't get it. I don't know why I have the ability. Yeah, but what I'm trying to do is they allow the content creator to give 10, they're supposed to anyway, 10 super chats gifted a month, and I wanted to do that for everybody. And I know I've seen it. I was on the live today and somebody was saying they were talking about gifting memberships and they said they didn't have to have a $4.99 membership level. So I thought, oh, let me just totally move off of StreamYard. Let me disconnect from that and I can reconnect again. And then that way I can be able to see if going directly through YouTube would do it, and I don't see it. And I know exactly where they said to go, but there's nothing there, um, which is just not it's not fair. I wanted to so do that, and it is just it's not there. Oh, wait, I may have found it. I may have found it. No, well, maybe. Would that have done it, what I just did? I don't know, guys, what I'm doing. No. See, it doesn't even give me the ability to well, maybe if I keep on that for a minute, they should reactions, no. Well well, I tried. I really tried. I was like, sure enough, there has to be a way, and I don't see any, I don't see it, so I don't know. And they say, "Just go down here." I don't know whether they've stopped it, the content creator from being able to do that, or whether or no I have no idea, but there is no way, and, so I feel little hearts over it. You Lydia, you can't right now because 'cause I'm not going through StreamYard. I'm going directly through YouTube. I thought maybe if I canceled YouTube. Thank you, Kim. Oh, another thing too, I have the ability to redirect. And Kim, I actually went in trying to make sure that when people left my channel today, they could go over to yours and see it. I have the ability to redirect. So if you allow people to redirect, then if I'm on and you're on, let's say I know you're going to be starting your show shortly, I could have sent people when we got done over to you. So turn on your ability for other channels like myself to redirect you. So I could have just ended this eventually, and then people would have been redirected over to my others keeper, but you do have to turn that over. You have to go into your community tab and do it. So since I cannot do it this way, I'm determined to get back to you all. So tomorrow I will do a live, and I'm going to just gift memberships myself. Unless something magical. Well, actually, I'm gonna step back for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 4.99 level, and it is going to be a no drama llama level, okay? And the only thing that I can think about doing to add for a perk is to be able to establish a Facebook group where only those members could be in to kind of connect and chat and so forth. Nobody has to do that level, but I'm just wanting to see whether that's the tipping point, and then I'm gonna go through YouTube again instead of going through StreamYard, which I prefer StreamYard so much more because I can't put any of your comments up. Um, and we'll try this again tomorrow with the gifting, and I will see if that just changes the scale where it shows me on here to be able to do it. If not, then if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna do it, reconnect through StreamYard again, and I will do, gift memberships, but I will do it under Blessing Through Connection. So I will do that tomorrow, and I will make sure that I wanna gift some memberships out, whether or not I can do it through YouTube or whatever, but we'll try that, and then if not, I'll set it up so I can make sure that I can do it through my phone and gift memberships through our other channel. So either way, I'm planning to give memberships tomorrow just to say thank you and get back to you all. So with that being said, we're only about 25 away from 1K. I cannot believe it. But yeah, I thought, well, I'll fool around. Maybe I'll hop on and I'll get with the program here. Right? Doesn't even show me the ability to give memberships away from here, which is just weird. Right. I'm so glad I have StreamYard. If you're no. No, I haven't. I haven't been able to do it. I have not. And I have I can't uh Kim do this because you have to I can try, guys. We'll see for a minute, but then I kind of want to get on. I have not done it. And I was told kind of two different things. I was told that you had to, well, Super Chat thought possibly that you had to have a 4.99 membership to do it. And I don't know if that's the case or not. And I don't know, Kim, if I can do it while I'm live. I think you have to do it prior to setting up. So at least in the future, if I choose to come on, um, then at least if you give permission to redirect, then I can. I don't think I can do it while I'm on. I don't think I can try, but I don't think. Maybe this way. Maybe. Well, we're fooling around here for a minute. Well, I kind of fool around with this. We'll see if I can do the redirecting tool. Um, I just wanted to of really kind of the ability to talk to you all about yesterday. It was so impactful. It really was. The uh, Shanna and Meredith were awesome. They really were. Um, they really talked about a lot of really good things. Here it is. I was able to do it. So it should redirect you when this is done at 8 p.m. So we'll wrap up at 8. We'll try this and it should redirect, which I'm so glad I have that feature to offer. Um, yeah. I think it was so fitting. Um, and so fitting to be able to do it and talk about it last night. We're going to do more with them. They've agreed to do that. I'm so proud of my daughter for wanting to speak up and talk about autism and realize that by doing it, she is helping other people. She really is. She doesn't realize it, but she is. I did a devotion today, a devotion, Tuesday devotion, that was geared toward being so thankful for the people that came in our home. And it was a little bit emotional as I prayed and just said at the very end of the day, I'm so blessed I got to be her mama. And I was trying not to cry, but it's really hard not to. And I think, Lord, you just blessed me. I've only had one child, and He has blessed me with one that was just what I needed, and she was exactly what I'm the mama she needed. Um, and I thought about it as kind of like I want you guys to think about something. There is autism therapy within the home is not well known. It really isn't. It's something that is not known terribly within the environment. And I will say this about it. It is somewhat invasive. Who wants to show their mess to the world? None of us do, right? We've all done it where I've opened my garage saying, here's my mess, you want to see it? Nobody wants to show mess. Nobody wants to sit there and say, here's my mess, here you go. Well, that's basically what you're doing when you're bringing in, um, those people that come in and are kind of coming in to help you and your situation. You're having to expose yourself. You're having to kind of be vulnerable in a little bit of a way. And sometimes it's not always easy. But as I look back on it, I'm very thankful I decided to say, here we are, mess and all, willing to open up our home, willing to be able to say, here it is, so that they could come in and help us. And I don't think if Christina had not had behavioral therapy in the way she did, whether or not Christina would be exactly where she is today. I really don't believe that it would have happened. God really brought those 2 ladies amongst other people in our home. There were a few little, one in particular that was, I won't ever go into detail about it, but one that was kind of, you know, not the greatest, but and it was a bad apple, but the rest of them, you know, um, were the most very sweet people. Not all of them were a great fit. We had to work things out. Sometimes the people that came in there to that was like the general caseworker of the whole thing, we didn't mesh well, so they changed that. Um, there was one time where we went to a behavioral therapist that were bringing people in the home, and I won't name the company, and they came in and they took an assessment of our situation and took some things out of context. And the next thing we knew, we had, uh, they knew my husband and I were going out of town. They knew that my daughter was with with my parents, and they called us up and said, "Just so you know, we've called, Child Protective Services," and we had a note on her door, and I had to keep her home from school on Monday. And I mean, the Child Protective Service officer looked at me saying, "If I was you, I would fire them quickly because, what they're saying and this home is nothing but, and, wonderfully wonderful. The child is safe. None of this makes any sense." I mean, one of the things they said is, well, her husband doesn't take his medicine. Well, Josh has ADHD. And so those that do not know, he was on Focalin. Well, Focalin is a medication that once it's in your system and it goes through the paces, it pretty much within 8 hours kind of dissipates. Well, if Josh wasn't going to work on a day, he didn't need to take the Focalin. If he wasn't needing to focus, if he wasn't needing to do it, he didn't take it. And so they were trying to get us to give Christina her medication prior to her eating. Well, that medication also has a problem with appetite suppressant. And so if we gave it to her before she ate, which would be great, she wouldn't eat because she wouldn't feel hungry. And he was trying to say, I have the same problem. When I take that medication and if I take it before I eat, I don't eat and then I'm not hungry. So we can't do that. Well, they took it and said, well, he's not taking this medication. And, that was just one. And, as a parent of an autistic individual, there's been times when I'm like, am I hitting my head against a brick wall, y'all? And we kind of said that. And they said, well, they're hitting their heads on the wall. I mean, it was just so outlandish that the CPS gentleman looked at me and said, yeah, you need to fire them and they need to not come back in this home because this was not a call worthy of even being called in. None of this should have. But what that did for us was it put us on the in South Florida, it put us on the top of the list. And what we ended up having was emergency services coming in. It was the start of really good behavioral therapy, and we had people coming in, and it was the one lady that came into the home. Now, I had taken Christina to Nova. They did an extensive evaluation when she was 5 years old, got the wrong diagnosis. I can't imagine the hours. It was like it was 15, 20 hours that they were surrounded with her in a not home environment, right? And then we had been through counseling and people and all this kind of stuff. This lady literally came in, watched Christina very intently for an hour, and looked over at me at 11 and said, "You are dealing with a child with autism." And I about looked at her, "You've got to be kidding me." It never even crossed my mind that this was dealing with an autistic individual. I do not know if we had taken her someplace else and put her in front of somebody if they would have been able to see that as quickly. The reason why behavioral therapy, not that outside of the home it doesn't do good, it does. But I think in the home you are seeing the child in his or her comfortable environment. And this way really helps to be able to show, the behaviors that are happening. And I can tell you that when Meredith said last night to me, and Shannon, you know, um, she wasn't getting the consequences for her actions. Yes. But then Meredith said, well, I can understand by the time you're done with a 45-minute to an hour, meltdown where she's upset and she's hitting and she's this and she's that and she's throwing things and you're trying to get her under control. By the time that hour's up, you're like, I'm done. She's safe and I'm done. I'm exhausted. Can we just prepare for the next one? I mean, you're living in a survival mode atmosphere. And by them coming in, and Shannon was later, there was other people before her and Meredith, with them coming in, what happened with that and Jordan was a huge help. Those meltdowns came like this, right? And then we could get to, okay, maybe this meltdown only lasted for 5 or 10 minutes, right? And now um, we can get to the 5 or 10 minute mark, and then we can we can now deal with the consequence. But when you're dealing with an hour meltdown and you're just happy everybody's safe at the end of it, I hate to say that you're sitting there going, well, I don't really want to give her a consequence. You're just thrilled that it's over with, and you're just trying to keep the peace, and you're tired as a parent. So, being in survival mode as a parent when you're dealing with a special needs child is not always the best, right? It's not always the best thing that you can do. And so please understand that. That's the reason why this channel was created, so nobody has to suffer in silence. And I really enjoyed, my mother said, and I even said it in our devotion Tuesday, is seeing these ladies again brought so many wonderful memories. There was a lot of hard memories, guys, but so many wonderful memories back. We had it's just like these ladies have become adopted sisters to me, and they have become older sisters to Christina. They have mentored her. And when the sea was happening and Christina was going through a very difficult time, this is um, uh, um, Unaliving Yourself Month, right? And Awareness Month. And we're going to kind of talk about that. Both my grandfather chose that route and my uncle. And I think those are worthy stories to talk about. I want to bring Mama Blessed to Crochet on because I would like for her to tell her story about her dad. And the thing is that we have um there was times during that where she was missing Jordan so much that she didn't want to be here anymore. And we went through very difficult times. And there were times where she was talking about it. And then there was a third time, we were on top of her like you couldn't believe. But she was just kind of expressing how, sad she was. And what we did, one of the things we did through that is we got a hold of her psychiatrist, and we upped her medication. We upped her depression medicine. That was probably about the first thing we did. We got her on the phone with counselors through, telehealth. We were in place to do things, but there was this one time where there was a friend of hers who actually came to her wedding from London, and she texted me on through Messenger, through Facebook Messenger, and she said, "You need to go check on Christina. Something's not right." And I left, went downstairs, and she was holding a pill bottle. And mind you, even on top of that, we were also getting in. Meredith was getting in, and she was helping. And I called Meredith. I said, "What am I supposed to do?" I would call the people and say, I've got this situation. Well, we can't help you because everything was going through the sea. You know, they weren't taking anybody unless it was absolutely a dire emergency. And so I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? And so I entrusted Meredith in tremendously to say, talk with her and see where she was at from a medical standpoint, from a professional standpoint to say, Mary, I think she's okay from what I can, see and hear on the phone. And we ended up taking her medication away that she was holding in her hand, and she had to come to us for it. Um, she had to come to us for it for about a month. Um, and we got her in, telehealth counseling, and we were doing things to help it and facilitate it. And she was angry at her friend for a while, and then that all went away very quickly. I mean, she became friends back with her, and I said, "You do not know how lucky you were that that friend didn't care necessarily if you were angry or not at you. She was more important that you were still here at the very end." And so, I have leaned on both of them, not tremendously, but I have leaned on them since the services have stopped. And just like I said, just most of the time when services stop, the connection stops. And I was thankful that both of these ladies came to me and said, "Listen, we know that as behavioral therapists, when the services stop, we're supposed to stop. But we have such a connection to you and your family that we would like, and to Christina, that we would like to continue being there as support and mentorships to you all." And I think for them, they've even said, and it wasn't brought up last night, but it'll probably be brought up in the future. I think for them, seeing Christina in growing and doing all that she's doing is for them, as they come through cases that aren't always so successful. That's a success story. Christina's a success story, and she's still, a success story. And I remember one of the people that's like in eventually was a Meredith position. And it was funny because we had the same uh, first name and middle name. And she went and I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I sent her Christina's wedding video, and I said, "Just so you know, you all and all of the people that were surrounding her, this day happened, and you all were a factor in that." And she just messaged me back the sweetest thing. And if I can get in touch with her, I think I'd like, if she'd be more than willing to come on and talk, because she has an amazing story that happened with her son. And I won't go into any detail about that, but I'm thinking about messaging her now that I think about it, because I'd love to think about having her on and tell her story, um, and her son's story. But she just messaged me back, after I sent it. And she goes, "Mary, thank you for showing me that. She was beautiful." And she said, that was a success story. Hi, Shauna B. That was a success story that we got to see. Guys, I said today, raising Christina was the best thing I ever did. And at the same flip side, it was the hardest thing I ever did. I wouldn't trade any of it for anything. Would I go back and maybe change some things? Absolutely. I have to accept how everything came together, right? But I'm going to say this without a shadow of a doubt. I said to the Lord today, I said, "God, I'm going to look back at those years, the wonderful things about it and the really hard things about it, and I'm going to say, I'm willing to share them. They're not all pleasurable stuff to have to share, but I'm going to share them, because if it helps one parent or one individual or one mom that's sitting there going, will my child ever just do this or that? It is worth it." I don't want any parent to feel when they're raising an autistic individual like they're sitting on that couch alone, guys. I want them to feel like they have got a support person. And I'm thinking, everything that I went through for a reason. And, my husband said to me recently, he said, "You know what? You've had a voice ever since I've known you. We've been married 17 years. We've known each other for 28 years. I think it ends up with." And he says, "Ever since I've known you, you've had a voice." And he said, "You've just been looking for an avenue to use it." And he said, "Boy, have you found it." And my mother said, "You know what? I don't think you could have done this when you first started this channel. I'm so glad that you talked me into starting this channel, and I'm glad to be in the background and the back scenes of it." She said, "But I don't think you could have done yesterday the first time you were out." She said, "It was you did wonderfully." And she said the whole chat just flew. And the one thing that I do want to say about that, because I know somebody came, I know we were talking about doing kind of like a forum. We can do that and pick topics that we want to kind of discuss, and so forth. And I think that would be great doing a series so that people can understand autism and autism spectrum on a better level. But I also want to realize if we're putting Christina in the mix of this, okay, and maybe there will be times where we just put me, Shannon, and Meredith on. But if there's times where we're putting Christina on, this is usually for her on a weekday at 8 o'clock, and where she has her time on certain days. And she has autism. Her medicine has worn off. She has ADHD. So we could start saying, yes, this is the subject line we're going to stick with. But if Christina has a thought, it's going to go this way, and then it may go in this way, and in this direction, and in that direction. So we need to be understanding of that and realize it. It's like I've said to people when she's gone on My Other's Keeper. There's sometimes she just interrupts or she goes over here, another thought comes over here. e- Understand the context of it. I can pretty much stay on track, but even the chat sometimes will get us into a different, I have an idea to start here, but sometimes it takes us over here. And, if people have a story, if people want to come together and collaborate, I feel that this is a safe place to do that. I'm really thrilled. My husband's, and I think that I want him on this channel to tell his story, but I think I've learned a lot from watching Kim, which you're going to be hopefully redirected to if I did it right. Um, I've learned a lot about how to kind of interview somebody a little bit, and I want to watch how she does it with him. Not that I want to copy it, but I want to kind of watch how she does it and learn from that. And so, just understand that when you're dealing with somebody with ADHD, you're kind of, you may start here, but that may take you kind of in different directions. So I want people to understand that. I have been really working hard. I've had a little bit of a migraine. You may be able to tell it in my eyes. But I have been trying to really work hard on getting shorts up and running all the way through until the end of January. And I've said to myself, no crocheting, which may have to happen tonight. I get itchy fingers, guys. Um, no crocheting a lot. You've got to focus on getting these shorts done. Uh, I really don't think we should spend I don't think people should be spending a tremendous time on shorts, but shorts really do help the mixture to bring people in and get to know your channel, because sometimes I'll just flip through the shorts on the channels. Um, so I've really I've really been trying to really really focus on doing that the past couple of days, since yesterday, really focused, and I've gotten the quotes all the way done until they don't take me very long until the end of January. Uh, and I've got a couple more to do, and then they'll all be done, and then I'll be caught up. Hi, Jason P. And they'll all kind of be caught up. And so I've really, really been really kind of focused in on doing that, um, and getting those things, because we've kind of come up with the schedule with the shorts. You got the quotes on Monday, you got the Bible verses Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. Hi, Maritza. You've got the jokes Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So that's kind of the routine. And so people are looking for those. And so if I have them all scheduled out and my mom's helping me with them, then it helps. Because I'm not through StreamYard, because I don't see it. It's not still here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a $4.99 membership. Y'all don't have to ever do it, but I'm going to see if that's the magic ticket, and then we'll come back tomorrow because I don't know how this thing is going to redirect yet. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Tomorrow, and we'll just do it a little thing. Maybe I'll do some paint porn. No, I can't do that in here. I'll figure something to talk about and see if I do a $4.99 membership, maybe that'll be the trigger. I don't know. If not, I'm going to set it up so I can give some memberships tomorrow just to give back to you all. So maybe somebody can reach out to me. I'm not seeing it here. Maybe I'll go do it on my Chromebook tomorrow. Well, yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll take my Chromebook outside. We'll do some paint pouring on the earrings. I have to show you some stuff with the paint pour anyway. So why don't we do that tomorrow? Let's paint pour tomorrow. We'll start with the earrings, and I'll show you some of the skins that developed. One of them didn't come out the greatest as far as the skin part, but I've got the others, and I'll kind of show you that. And I can take my Chromebook outside, which means we won't have Scott again. But it is what it is, unless I could figure out how to do it through here, which guys, I love StreamYard. It's so much easier. But I'll do everything through the YouTube thing, and I'll see if putting the $4.99 membership in gives me the ability to gift memberships tomorrow. If not, I will gift memberships through YouTube, and I'll still gift memberships through me. Since we don't have that ability to do it through StreamYard, I'm going to at least play this so we can thank our members that are already in existence. We still have the 99-cent one. Thank you very much. And the $2.99. I did put out the devotion Thursday or Tuesday, and that went to members first. So you get the videos first. Any shorts without music, you get all those first before the members do. But let me just play this real quick, just to thank all of our members for just being members. We're so appreciative of all of you and your support to the channel. Hold on a second. I got to do this. Wait, now I got it turned down. There we go. One more time. I love this pashmina thing, but every once in a while when I wear it, it gets stuck on this dang on chair, and then I'm trying to get it to work, and it's just... And this was so cute. I figured out how to do it. But if anybody saw the short today, I did a short of Shannon, because they didn't know what a disco ball was, right? They've never seen the disco ball, so they didn't quite know what that was. But I did a short last night just of this one. So if you guys hadn't seen it, go check it out. I think it was cute. I played this and was able to do a short. And this was Shannon's reaction yesterday. And Meredith. right there. She taught me a lot when it came to editing. So anyway, that's the short I did, and it's very true. Christina did teach me a lot about editing and all that. I was very grateful. She taught me a lot when it came to the editing features and so forth. So I've learned a lot, and they thought that was so much fun. If they had never heard about the disco ball sayings, we turned them on to the disco ball. So again, I will do the other level membership, and the only thing I can think about offering with that is just offering a Facebook group for those that have the Llama Drama membership. And then, as we grow, maybe we will think about adding members lives only super chats or super members lives, uh, you know, members lives when we get bigger. Maybe that's something we'll have to start considering, and we could add that to, or maybe, we could do like a Mocha membership. Maybe down the road, I'll think about doing where we offer Zoom calls and stuff. Maybe for like $9.99 a month. Maybe we will increase it, but I'm going to see if that other trick works, which is offering the $4.99 membership, whether it unlocks the ability for me to actually give memberships, because maybe they don't feel like I should. I don't know. Maybe some people get them and some people don't. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to get back. That's all I want to do. And I'm sitting here. I do not know what this redirect is going to do. I've never redirected before. The funny thing about that whole redirect thing is that they say you have to have 1,000 members, which we are only 25 members away. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't hit that like button, please do. And just become part of this wonderful community that we have built here. And it is so appreciative. You probably hear Mocha barking right now. But they say you have to have 1,000 members, 1,000 subscribers to redirect. But I have it. But when we were starting out, boy, it stuck on 50. I said 50 before I could go live on my phone. It took them to see 100 before they would let me go live on my phone. So they're giving me that early. But I'm so glad I have it. What a neat thing to be able to come on live and redirect you over to like Kim's channel or Alfonso's channel. Like I can start coming on right before Alfonso and redirecting you over to the concert. I'm loving that. I'm such a way to give back, guys. Such a way to give back. Please go check out our community posts. We've got all the fall leaves. We're seeing what 8 o'clock hits if it redirects over there. The fall leaves are the Fall Fest. So make sure that you've entered those videos if you choose to with Gail's Southern Living. And also make sure that I'm just watching to see what it does because I have no idea. Do I have to end it and then will it redirect you all over there? I don't know how to use it. I thought maybe it would just whoop, and just take you over naturally. But just go make sure you're paying attention to the community post, because we are giving Fall Fest a shout out every solitary day. And there's a bunch of new channels and so forth that you guys may not know about that you can go support and subscribe to. So awesome prizes if you haven't had the ability to do that. I don't know if I have to end this in order for it to be redirected. I don't know what I'm doing. It should automatically redirect you over there. But I don't know. Let's look. We Google it. Everything is known on the Googles, right? Guys, a lot of this stuff we're doing on the fly. Do you realize that? Because I know nothing. How does the redirecting tool work? I wonder if I have to end it. You're doing great. Oh, I don't feel like I need to end the live. in order for it to redirect you guys over there? I thought it would automatically just at 8 o'clock just go ahead and redirect. Uh, I guess I should say through YouTube. If anybody knows how to do it, that would be great. Maybe because she just went live now. YouTube. Once the live stream, okay, play will move your viewers to, okay. So I have to end this live, I think. We're going to try because if the redirecting tool works, yay. I have to end the stream. I didn't know what I was doing. I just found out the other day. I was like, oh, I've got the redirect tool. Woo! I get to help. So if you haven't, go check out My Other's Keeper. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the stream just. No, we don't want to play you again. Just in case you guys don't have it. You do. In case you don't, you can go ahead. In case this doesn't work, you guys can go over to Kim and support her, please. I would appreciate that. I'm going to end this. I've got my phone on, so we're going to see if it works. And we don't have Scott to take us out because I'm going through YouTube. I can't wait to go back to StreamYard. But as soon as we figure this whole thing out, by tomorrow, and I'll do the paint pour, and we'll see if I add that membership and if we can gift. If not, I'm just going to gift some memberships and we'll go back to StreamYard, and then we'll go from there. That's all I can do. But anyway, thank you all so much for your support. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Again, we're not far from 1K, and I appreciate if anybody can continue to watch the playlist. That would be greatly appreciated. And when you go over to Kim, let her know the redirecting tool worked. All right. I love you all. Stay connected, everybody. We got you covered. And just remember, it's a new thing I'm adding to the end of the thing. Be proud of being yourself. There's only one you. Everyone else is taken. Love you all. Be a proud disco ball. Bye-bye.